Hey guys, what's going on? Look at my fly line. This thing had this for 1 year, and for all you surfers out there, if you go put your wetsuit, especially in a river, and don't wash it, all sorts of little microbiology gets in there and starts eating away at this sucker. It dries out, it cracks, and then the next time you go to fish, for most of us, it's not very often, the last thing you want to do is get out on the river and then see that your gear isn't working. But when you get these cracks, the nylon core, the braided core, is exposed, and that doesn't float. So you get all these little cracks through the fly line, the whole line ends up sinking on you. When you're dry fly fishing, that is so frustrating, and the difference between a good day and a bad day. Change your fly lines. I do it annually. Mostly I'm dry fly fishing, so I have a double taper, meaning I just flip it over, because this part of the reel, as long as you're not, leaving it wet all the time, stays fine. So the beginning of the season, this taper is identical to this taper, so I just flip them over, and now this, chewed up, dried out, gnarly taper is down by the backing, and I fish the nice, clean, floating taper. That way I get 2 years out of a fly line. A lot of you will like the weight forward taper, which is a bit easier to cast, especially when you're learning, or trying to turn over big flies in wind. So you only get one use out of that fly line when it starts to crack. It's time to go get a new one. Okay, so these lines come with a little note here that says this end to reel, get rid of that. And even though, this may look like the end of the fly line that you would fish, this goes to the end of the reel. So you take that nice loop you made in the backing, and to do that, I literally just doubled it over and did 3, 1, 2, 3, and shut that down. That's not going anywhere. I don't ever want to be out here anyway. If I've let a fish play that far out, I probably did something wrong on our rivers. Now I take that big loop and put the backing end through the nice little loop on the Scientific Angler's line, and then go over the reel, just like that, and then pull tight. Now we've got a secure connection. And now put your fingers over the backing so that you can kind of guide this line on, starting with one side, and then just put these wraps on evenly all the way to the other side. And there you go. I see a lot of loop-to-loop connections incorrectly put on there that actually cause a kink. So when you're dry fly fishing, that kink, your fish is there, you've made the cast there, but that kink in the line makes the fly go there. So I actually cut these off and do a nail knot straighter to the fly. But I get it, nail knots kind of suck. These loop-to-loops are super easy. So let me show you how to put them on in the best way, and see how I put 3 fingers in that nice leader and then unwrap it so it stays straight, rather than trying to pull it through and get myself in a knot before I've even started. So here you go. Loop on the fly line goes through the loop on the leader. Then you make a little double over in your leader and go through that loop in the fly line and pull this straight. Now as I pull that through, it's like a figure 8. Gotta get over that little knot. See that figure 8 shutting? Now when that shuts, that's as straight as you're gonna get with a loop-to-loop connection. And it's pretty darn good. I mean, it's great for streamer fishing because you're always pulling on that, so it's gonna stay straight. But for delicate dry fly fishing, honestly, I cut these loops off. and go with a nail nut. What you don't want to do is what I see a lot. You're putting the leader through that and then coming back with this through your own leader. And now look at the connection that does. See, now you've got this like S thing that doesn't want to close. And now look at the play in that thing when you're out trying to, let me get a darker background so you can see. See this S thing now? That's no good. That's not what you want. What you want is a nice clean connection. So again, maybe on this black background you can see better. You go fly line through tippet. Now double over tippet and go through fly line and pull that all the way through. And now you've got nice figure eight that tightens straight. Okay, I hope that helps. Good luck fishing. I'm heading out. Later.